Hey, welcome to the channel. Let's talk about this comic tier list that I came up with. We'll spend maybe 5 minutes on this or less, just kind of going over it. I'll keep it just real chill, not a whole lot of excitement, just more of an educational thing. So some of the things that actually factored this tier list, what we have over here is the real world prize, VeVe market prize, how many secret rares minted, total mints for the entire collection, rising fame, and then the VeVe exclusive variant covers. So if you don't know, VeVe, for some of these comics, they came out with their own exclusive covers. Marvel created for them. So they're the ones that are in orange right now. We have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total. I have all the VeVe exclusive variants too. They're just something I'm going to collect. I think there's going to be maybe down the road. I think it might actually become a big deal because user base, we're somewhere around 1 million users at this moment. Let's just say if we became 2 or 3 million, then I'll be one of the people that have all the VeVe exclusive variants. And as of right now, like, there's only 1,000 or less of each one. So I think that's kind of a big deal. It gives me, makes you feel good, just having something so rare. And the rarest one is this guy over here, the Thor. They made half. It's either 500 or 600. I can't think offhand, but there's a lot less VeVe exclusive variants for the Thor. One of my favorites as far as appearances look is the Daredevil and also the Web of Spider-Man. I think those two variant covers are awesome. The other ones I like, they're right up there as far as what I like. But if I was to pick favorites, then the Web of Spider-Man at the moment and Daredevil. So going back to the actual tier list on how I ranked them, physically, these three comics sell for a bunch. The Fantastic Four technically sells for like 300 something thousand, and when I was looking at that, that was a long time ago. I would think for today, after the Marvel Cinematic Universe has been out for a good while, I think the price on this Fantastic Four would be a lot more than what it sold for previously. So I have it up here. These will be the three top big dogs for now until we have some others that drop. For your A-list, so your Thor and your Avengers King, those are very low mints. So they kind of automatically get put up here because of that. And I will say, if I was to pick out of the two, it would be the Avengers King, because physically this is worth a lot more. It's also a Jack Kirby and Stan Lee comic. Thor's not worth as much. Now, I do think it's going to start becoming more popular because I heard his character over here is supposed to be in one of the new Thor movies, so he might rise in fame over here. The Journey into Mystery, this one's an older one, and I like it a lot. This was a Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, and Ditko comic. I think it looks really neat. Introduces Loki over here. Loki's starting to become very popular. Daredevil, that's an issue number 1, big deal. It's also a Comic-Con exclusive, VeVe exclusive variant. Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. This one I like a lot. I mean, this one has a lot of badges right here. The Ultimate Fallout. This is Miles Morales' first appearance. It's pretty badass. Physically, the price is not worth a whole bunch, but everybody loves Spider-Man, so that's the reason why this guy is up in the A tier list. It's a good comic to grab. Tales of Suspense 52. This is with the Black Widow, Stan Lee, Jack Kirby production right here, and just a really good comic. Physically, it's worth a lot. The Xmen this is number 4. This one, man, the cover itself I love. I think this cover is pretty badass. This has to be one of Jack Kirby's top 10 covers, I would think, or I guess just based off my opinion, maybe it's top 20, who knows. But this is a great cover. I think it looks great. We already talked about Avengers, Spider-Man, so this is number 50. So a few days ago, I actually had him in the B list here. Thinking about it, I think that's not where he belongs. So he's like, his value is about 140,000. This is an iconic Spider-Man cover, or comic itself. This is the one where he quits being Spider-Man. But even his cover is pretty badass. Like this picture right here, and then the other couple covers that they have. There's a lot of people that have kind of like copied that type of cover. Like it's a really cool cover. Now for the B list, the Eternals, this one's a Jack Kirby. This is where he actually not only is the artist, but he's also the writer of this comic. This is where he comes back to Marvel. This is like in the 70s, maybe 75 or something. I can't remember the year, but to me, I think this one has some history. It's a pretty cool comic. And the Eternals, the MCU, you know, they're fresh now, so maybe this will start becoming more popular. Physically, this thing was selling for like maybe $1,000 or $2,000, and then because the MCU, the highest prices were actually on eBay. They weren't on like, you know, your typical auctions, but for your comics. But on eBay, I was seeing $5,000 to $6,000 or on here. And let's see, the Amazing Spider-Man. This is the one with Carnage. Really, no badges, no extra titles, but this one is a pretty cool comic. New Mutants '98, first appearance of Deadpool. This one, I think, might be a little bit undervalued for at least the commons and ultra rares. The secret rare seems to be holding pretty well, but I don't know. This one might end up becoming an A-list down the road once there's maybe more movies with Deadpool, because Deadpool is pretty cool. So if Miles Morales can make it as an A-lister, I think Deadpool will eventually make it as an A-lister. I just have it down here just because it seems the market, as of right now, is not, you know, giving him the credit that he deserves. Fantastic Four, number 13. This is the one with the Watcher. This is a Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. It's also a VeVe exclusive, and it's an NYC Comic-Con 2021 exclusive as well. And it also has one more badge that I haven't included on here, but this is technically the first VeVe exclusive variant. So I'm not sure if that's going to hold any weight, but I'm probably going to add it to my little tier list and, you know, put it as the first VeVe exclusive variant, because I think that's pretty cool. So I would say this is definitely a must-have for the variants. If I was to pick 3 variants out of here to completely have, in my opinion, I would take a risk, get this one, maybe the Daredevil, because it's an issue number 1, and I'm thinking the Thor because it's a low mint. I think these guys would be your top 3 I would try to go for first, and then following that would be number 50, your Eternals, and then the Web of Spider-Man. But let's see, C-list, we have What If Spider-Man. This one has only 455 secret rares, so it's pretty low mint for the secret rare part. Comic itself, you know, it's decent price, but right now I just got it as a C-list. It's let's see, the Web of Spider-Man VeVe exclusive variant. That's about all it has going for it. It's really cool though. I do like the Ben Reilly stuff that they're throwing out. They even have a statue. Maybe this will become more popular for the MCU, and that's why these are being dropped. Incredible Hulk, Future Imperfect. This one only has 455 secret rares. The Power of X. This one has 250 secret rares. The comic itself, to me, is just, I don't know, I don't see anything like a big deal out of it. But because it has only 250 secret rares, if I was to just base this comic only off secret rares, I would probably have it as a B-lister at least. But because the comic overall, I have it as a C-list. But like I said, so if you're just collecting secret rares of all of these, then I would technically put this guy at least a B-list. Who knows, maybe somebody will argue for an A-list just because of how rare it is. So there's your input on that. Let's see, the Captain America. This one's not that popular, man. That's the reason why I have it down here. It's really it's kind of funny. The users on the VeVe market right now, they don't seem to like Captain America that much. Like, even I had some, you know, like statue collectibles and all that, and people just don't seem to care about Captain America. He's not getting the love he deserves. So right now, this Captain America stands down here, and so does the other Captain America, the Ultimates. They're towards the bottom. This one, Fantastic Four. This one's supposed to have zombies in there. I actually haven't read it yet, but this one has zombies in there. I don't know. I just didn't really seem to pique my interest, and value-wise, it's low. I don't think it has really anything going for it besides being the first issue with zombies. This one's Thanos, number 13. This one's really cool. I actually like the ultra rare cover a lot. If I was to only base it off of covers, I'd probably put it as a C-list. But the only thing keeping me away from it is that the comic's still new physically, so the prices are still low. There's not really a huge demand for it. But I will say maybe I would put it as a C-list eventually once more comics come out. Maybe we'll get some more delisting comics, and so I'll, probably take Thanos out and put it as a C-list. The Marvels, this one, I don't know, it's just doesn't really have anything going for it. It's not very popular at all. The Ultimates, I've already mentioned that. Doesn't seem, fans aren't taking it. It's probably one of the cheapest comics you can get right now currently. I'm trying to think what the Secret Rare goes for. It's not much. And this one's the House of X. This one's pretty cool, but not cool enough to get it to the C list yet. It does have 500 Secret Rares, so that's something to point out. So I'm going to try to come out with more of these type of videos. I have other tier lists that I've been working on. So if possible, I might start doing these a couple times a week, or maybe it will take longer. I'm not sure. It just depends on my my actual life schedule. So anyways, thank you for watching.